Hi there, Nikki with Lavish Goods here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about 2025 and what kind of year that is going to be if we're talking very generally, and one particular type of crystal that could be especially helpful during this year. So if you know anything about numerology, if you take the numbers that make up the year 2025, so 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, that adds up to the number 9. And 9 is a very spiritual number. And when we are in a 9 year, that typically means it's going to be a year of transformation. And some people might find that a little scary. Some might find it a little exciting, maybe a little bit of both. But typically in a 9 year, it is not unusual that there are some big upheavals in your life. And don't take upheaval to mean bad. That doesn't necessarily mean that. And I personally believe that everything that happens for good, even though it doesn't always seem it on the surface. But 2025 is going to be a big year. That could mean maybe you're moving, or you change careers, or you start a new relationship, or a relationship ends, or something. Think big things. These are typically pretty big years. And even when it's, quote, good things that are happening, when we have a lot of change, especially when it's happening in a relatively short period of time, that can be a little disconcerting. It can be a little upsetting to our emotional state, to our nervous system. And so a great crystal that could help during this time is, I know you'll be shocked to hear, one of my favorites, and that crystal is Lepidolite. Lepidolite, which is what I have here. And I actually have 3 different specimens here, because I also like to show, as a geologist, I do like to show people that the exact same crystal or mineral or rock can look very different depending on where it was found, what kind of environment it was formed in, and then what's happened to it since it was uncovered from the earth. So this is oftentimes what we'll see when someone buys or finds a piece of lepidolite, like in a store. This is not what you're going to see in nature. It's highly polished. You can see there's lots of, I'm trying to get it in focus here, lots of little specks in there that are very reflective. So lepidolite is a type of mica. Mica is typically, when we find it in the environment, it looks more like this. It comes in these it presents itself like in these sheets. We call this perfect basal cleavage in the geology world. And if I were to kind of pick at this a little, which I don't want to because I've already done that a little bit in the time that I've owned this, this actually will come up in very, very thin sheets. Biotite is another type of mica. Muscovite is another one. So lepidolite is one of my favorites just because I love this beautiful color. That purple isn't even really coming through as well in the video, but I love this. So when you find lepidolite in nature, this is more what you're going to find, is this, it's like a sheet of the mineral. This has been highly polished. There's nothing wrong with this. I think this is beautiful. I have this out often because I just love how it looks. I also have, this is a little selenite bowl that I like to keep some of my crystals in. This is also lepidolite. It's just a nice little sphere. This is great for putting it in my pocket. In fact, I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, and I will have this lepidolite with me on my person because one of the really beautiful qualities of lepidolite, and why I think it's great for 2025, is it has a very calming and soothing effect. And so as much as I love to travel, I get a little anxious sometimes getting on an airplane and just all the things that go with travel, right? It's fun and exciting, and it can be a little nerve-wracking at times. This can help just sort of calm and soothe me, and just kind of gives me a little bit of peace of mind. Plus, I just love how this feels. I'm personally a very tactile person, so the touching is very calming for me as well. So lepidolite has this beautiful quality of that calming. It can bring a sense of tranquility. And so when we're going through these kind of big times that are coming in 2025, these can be just really helpful at calming the mind, calming our nervous system, And you can do anything from, like, I'm going to be carrying this with me tomorrow. Maybe you want to hold on to a piece when you meditate. Putting a piece of lepidolite near your door, like your front door, whatever door you predominantly use in your home, that can also help bring an energy or a sense of peace into the household as well. So one of my favorites. I know it's so shocking to hear me say that, but lepidolite, going to be a great choice for 2025. Happy New Year.